Some people spend 20 years in the woods and see nothing. Others walk in once and experience something they can't explain. So what's the difference? It isn't luck. It isn't the location. It isn't even how much time you have spent out there. It is your body. And once I understood that, everything I had been documenting in the field started making a different kind of sense. Okay? So I've spent years in remote wilderness, not hiking trails, not parks, places people don't regularly pass through. And one of the things I kept noticing across different locations, different conditions, different people I've taken out, is that the experience changes depending on the state the person is when they enter. It's not their belief, even though I kind of say it could possibly be belief, because if you're holding fear, they sense that. It's not equipment, it's a state. So if you're open, receptive, clear, you're easier to read. It's the breath, it's their nervous system, it's the quality of their attention. There's a growing idea in this research community that Sasquatch doesn't hide from people. It filters them. And most people today never pass that filter. But as I see in consciousness, as we come up, things are becoming more and more visible because the consciousness itself is rising, right? So think about what a modern human brings into the forest. High stress, erratic breathing, erratic behavior, a mind running through 100 different things at once. Your body is broadcasting noise, biological noise. And in the wild, everything reads everything. Animals don't just see you, they can feel you. Your heart rate, your breath pattern, the electromagnetic field in your body produces the tension in the way you move. If your internal state is unstable, you don't blend into the environment. You announce yourself. And chaos in the wild means one thing: threat. Here is what I can tell you from my own time in active terrain and from taking others out into locations where I've had consistent experiences. The encounters, the moments where something shifted, almost never happened when I was distracted, stressed, or pushing forward with expectation. They happened when I was present, breathing slowly, moving without an agenda, paying attention to the place rather than looking for something in it. I've watched this pattern hold across enough situations that I stopped calling it a coincidence. When people come out with me and they are regulated, calm nervous system, open awareness, no demand for a result, the experience is different and mind-blowing. When they come out carrying their daily noise into the forest, usually nothing happens. I can't tell you with certainty that Sasquatch responds directly to biological state. What I can tell you is that a pattern holds. Every significant experience I've documented happened in a regulated state, not the noisy one. Many encounter reports don't start with seeing something. They start with a feeling, a sudden stillness, a shift in awareness. Almost like the forest itself changed, the atmosphere changed, like something became aware of them before they became aware of it. I've experienced that more than once. And the consistent thread across every one of these moments was the state I was in when it happened. Not where I was, not what I was looking for, how quiet I had become inside. So here's the working theory, and I want to be clear, it's a working theory, not a conclusion. What if Sasquatch doesn't reveal itself randomly? What if it responds to coherence? When your internal rhythm settles, your breath, your heart rate, your attention, you stop broadcasting as a disturbance and you start reading as something that belongs. So in the encounters I've documented and witnessed, that's the consistent pattern. The field softens when the person does. Not always, not predictably, but consistently enough that I think it's worth taking seriously. So here's what I want you to consider before the next time you're out. Before you look for anything, arrive first. Arrive in your body. Slow breath before you enter the tree line. Give yourself 10 minutes of stillness before you start moving. Get really present. Pay attention to how the place feels before you start looking at it. Notice what your nervous system is doing. Notice when the forest feels neutral and when it feels like something changed. Document that sequence. Before the order, or because the order matters, what happens in your body first may be the beginning of the encounter. Not a track, not the sound, not the visual. Your own internal shift, you guys. That's where I would start. So the real question isn't, why don't more people see Bigfoot? It's this. How many times have you been in the woods and your own body made sure you never could? Pay attention next time you're out there and comment below, filtered, and tell me, what state were you in the last time something happened in the woods that you couldn't explain? Were you regulated or were you running on noise? Because I think the answer matters more than most people realize. Subscribe to Deep Woods Discoveries because the filter isn't out there in the forest. It starts here within you and this channel.